What do you put the rise of anti-Semitism in Europe down to?
I think we are surrounded by people who now don't like anyone who's different from them, and us Jews were always in the midst of this. When this is trendy, it always comes to the Jews.
So, but you do accept that anti-Semitism is actually on the rise?
I do. I don't know if it's on the rise. I think it's legitimate to say it out loud again. I don't think it ever disappeared. This is a continent. We are sitting now in a continent that has killed 6 million Jews recently. My father, we started by talking about my father. He was a kid in the ghetto. His father died in the Mauthausen concentration camp. His grandmother died in the Auschwitz concentration camp. It's there, and it has always been there. And the lingo is back. The lingo is, I know what you're aiming at. Yes, I think some of the things, you know what, when Jeremy Corbyn calling Hezbollah and Hamas his friends, these are terrorist organizations. For the EU, for international law, terrorists, he called them his friends. He never called us his friends. So he has got a problem with Jews.
Jeremy Corbyn has a problem with Jews?
Yes.
Peter Eisenman said that in this climate, it would actually be impossible to build the Holocaust Memorial in Berlin. What do you make of that?
Well, I've been to the Holocaust Museum in Berlin, and it was touching, and I was awed. And I think he's wrong. I think it's a broader question. Do we live? Have we come to the point that we live in a world that everything is just a narrative, or truth counts? Because if truth counts, there is a real story about the Jews, what happened to them in the Holocaust, the way they've built a country of their own, a state of their own, and the way this state has been handling itself.
Is it possible to be anti-Zionist and not be anti-Semitic?
I think not. I think it's camouflage. Israel is the embodiment of the Jewish spirit. And if you tell people, you know, I have no problem with Jews, I just don't like what Israel is doing, it's, you know what, I tell you something, just to make it simple. You know, when you don't know something, you go to the experts. So if you don't know if somebody is an anti-Semite or not, ask the experts. You know who the experts are? The Jews. If I'm telling you people who say that are anti-Semites, then they are.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I should say a spokesperson for Jeremy Corbyn told Newsnight Jeremy Corbyn and the Labour Party are implacably opposed to anti-Semitism in all its forms and have a long history of strong support for and involvement with the Jewish community. As leader, Jeremy Corbyn launched the first major inquiry into anti-Semitism by any British political party. Labour supports a two-state solution to the Israel-Palestine conflict, and to achieve it, Jeremy will continue to work with those on both sides of the divide to bring lasting peace.